Welcome to my channel, friends, Techno Vids. So far I have published like 13 videos, got 293 subscribers, which is okay. People are liking the channel. And last video was how to install Parrot OS on VMware Workstation 17. So this was for the cybersecurity program. Now there was a request from my friends like we have this Parrot OS and Kali Linux installed. So these are the operating system which are used for like ethical hacking, and they required like a victim machine, I would say. So uh, I have already created videos on like installing Active Directory, installing servers, but there is a specific requirement that we create a video. I create a video on installing Windows 10 machine. So we will start it step by step. I have a kind of notepad ready. So this is like how to install Windows 10 on VMware Workstation Pro. This is the introduction. So currently I'm here. Um, so let us begin with the video. So first step in the video is obtaining the Windows 10 ISO file. So many of users, what they do is they search for an ISO file. They might get a corrupt ISO file. They might That ISO file might not work. So we will look into how do we go ahead and get this ISO file right from Microsoft. Okay, so let us begin. So obtaining the first part is obtaining the Windows 10 ISO file. So this is the link, Microsoft link. So if you go on Google and search Windows 10 ISO download, when you click on this link, it will reach out to this URL, the one that I have mentioned here, that I'll put in the description as well. So how to use this, right? So if you click on update now, it will start updating your Windows 10 operating system. And here you see create Windows 10 installation media. If you click on download, what is this tool is? It is a media creation tool. Media creation tool. You can use this tool to upgrade this PC to Windows 10. My PC is already Windows 10. I don't want to upgrade it. So we will start creating an installation media, which is a USB flash drive, DVD, or ISO file. So for to install Windows 10 on VMware Workstation, we need an ISO file. We will cover up like VirtualBox or what hypervisors you can use on your machine. So we'll soon, right after this video, I'll cover up what are the virtualization tools that we can use. Right. Currently, this video is on VMware Workstation Pro, where we are installing the operating system. However, people using Mac machines, people using different operating system, what are the hypervisors they can use, and what is basically a hypervisor? Okay. So we'll start like download now. This will download the media creation tool. So you'll save it. It is downloaded. It is small file and you need to run it. So it says getting few things ready. It will take time. So again, I would say I would not skip any part of the video, because in the meanwhile you can start installing it side by side. Maybe play this video on a mobile phone and start installing it side by side. So you just have to accept getting things ready for you, so you can start installation side by side. And one thing I'll tell you is to run a virtual machine, your machine resources, the resources on your machine should be appropriate, right? Like if I go and put system info, and you see like hardware, this is i3 processor, 32 gigabytes of RAM. So I have discussed in my earlier videos as well, like when installing the server 2012 and 2016, how you can manage these resources. So we'll discuss it in this video as well. So let us see. Now it says upgrade this PC now. If you run it, it will start upgrading your PC. If you have any version prior to Windows 10, it will make it Windows 10. Let us create their second option, create installation media, USB flash drive device ISO file for another PC. Okay, so I'll click on next and use the recommended option for this PC. You click next. We need to create an ISO file, not a USB flash drive. So suppose you want to fresh install Windows on any machine. Suppose your Windows is corrupt, so you can create a USB flash drive and use it to boot. And but in this case we are using trying we have to create a virtual machine, so we'll create an ISO file and click next. In downloads I'll save windows.iso, so it will do kind of getting few things ready 0%. So it will download the ISO file, or will create the media. So let us see. I have like a fast internet, and so it might take time on your, like on some of the machines. I would not say your, because you might be running on a higher speed than me, so I won't say that, sorry. So yeah, it is 19%, 20%. And we will discuss an error that you get when you install Windows 10 directly. So and we'll go with the correct method of installing Windows 10 on virtual machine. Earlier this was not the case, but you can go ahead and it will detect the operating system based on your ISO file, and it will install Windows 10 right away and give you all the options. But we will see. This error I have discussed in my older video as well. So let it download and let us go to the channel. And I think I have discussed it in my video, how to install Windows Server. When here in this case, in this video, I have explained what exactly is the error, right? But I'll cover it as well. So if you want to go into server installation and installing Active Directory on the server, so you can go through other videos as well. We'll come up with more videos. I'm currently creating a video on Office 365 subscription, Microsoft Azure, and how to move the identities to Azure AD Connect and all, right? But that takes time, because as I said, I am also learning. I have like the practical knowledge, but when you create videos, right, then you need to be very sure what you're talking about. That is the reason I am working on that. So let it download 60%. And as I told you, I won't escape or fast forward this video, because if you miss any, let me do the talking. So many of the users, what I have felt, they get a link for Google Drive and they download the ISO file. Those ISO files may be modified, or maybe they contain like pre-installed some pre-installed malware or software on your Windows. that can harm your machine. So I would recommend it getting it directly from Microsoft site. And this is the link that I have put in the video. So almost there. Bear with me. Then we will attempt a direct install. If it works, well and good. If it does not work, then we will cover that error message. I already have the ISO file downloaded, but I want to show you if we get any error message with this ISO file, or this ISO file is good and should work. So this is one way you can get the ISO file easily. You do not need any credential or something to be used. It is just a media creation tool. Let me see if I am logged in. This is my Microsoft account. Let us try this link in incognito mode where I'm not logged in anywhere. And let me see if you need a Microsoft account or not to do this. Windows 10, okay. Okay, you do not need to sign in. You can directly use download now. So no Microsoft account is needed here. So that is one thing we are clear now. Okay, it is creating, processing that installation media. So you do not need a Microsoft. How to get a Microsoft account? I have covered in my other videos as well. How do you get a Microsoft account? If you want, like, I create a separate video on how to actually get a Microsoft account, please mention it in the comment and I'll create a video on how you get a Microsoft account. Any of you looking at this, if you are interested in like identity access management, Active Directory, you can go to my videos and see how do you configure Active Directory. Moreover, you can put in comment like what actually you want to understand about Active Directory or Microsoft Azure, how the subscriptions work. So you can mention it in the comment. Based on it, I can create videos for you. I do not want to create like a clickbait video or very short video which will just tell you how to install it. No, it is for learning purpose. It is not for earning purpose. So this is downloads ISO file. You click on finish. It is downloaded now. It is doing its cleanup. So let us launch now. Now the third part is, and main part is, using Windows 10 ISO file to install virtual machine in VMware Workstation. Okay, so we'll launch VMware Workstation here. Okay, this is VMware Workstation. I'm using two screens, so I have to drag like. So we'll go with, either you click on create a new machine, or you can go file, new virtual machine. Okay, so we'll go like create a new virtual machine. And okay, custom advanced, typical. We will go with custom advanced so that we can understand how much RAM or drive it needs. We'll click next. Okay, we'll select the installer disk, which is, we'll browse, and we kept it in the download folder. So if you go downloads, Windows 10, this is the recently installed ISO file right now. Okay, it detected Windows 10x64. Click on next. This is the default location for your like installation. Um, so I will mention like default location of a virtual machine in VMware Workstation. It would be like this. Users, so users, like it would be your username. OneDrive, okay, I have installed OneDrive, so it will back up the machine in the documents. However, if you are not running OneDrive, you can, this will be the location of your virtual machine. If you want to change this location, because I'm running a virtual machine, sorry, OneDrive on my machine. So if I save this here, it will start backing up of my this virtual machine into uh, OneDrive, and that will take space. I don't want to do that. So I'll go and click on browse, and I'll go to this PC. On D drive, I do not have a OneDrive configured. So you create like a virtual machine. I have created the videos on this. So you create a make new folder and maybe Windows 10, Windows 10. Uh, I will write like version 2 because I already have Windows 10 machine. So Windows 10, I'll install it here. So this is the location of the virtual machine. You click next. UEFI secure boot. Number of processors, that depends upon how many processors you have. This is good enough for Windows 10. Next, memory is 2 gigs. You can leave it at 2 gigs. The machine will be a little sluggish. I make it 4 gigs. I have 32 gigs of RAM on my machine. So my host machine is also Windows 10, and recommended is like 4 gigs that I recommend at least, and 4 gigs for this virtual machine. You click next. So either you can use host only networking. We will leave it to network address translation. We'll click next. This is IO controller, leave it as it is. NVMe recommended, leave it recommended. Click next. Create a virtual disk. Next. So it will automatically take like 60 gigs based on the drive space that you have on your machine. You can store. So if you click on, see, this was one of the question, what happens when you assign 60 gigs. So if you click on allocate all disk space now, it will immediately take 60 gigabytes from your hard drive where you are installing this virtual machine. So I'll leave it unchecked. I do not want to use 60 gigs as of now complete. So it will allocating the full capacity can enhance performance but requires all of the physical disk space to available right now. If you do not allocate all the space now, the virtual disk starts small and grows as you add data to it. So as you start saving the data, it will start capturing the 60 gigs. But suppose you are low on hard drive space, you do not check this box. Allocate all disk space now. Now store virtual disk as a single file. If you use a single file, it is okay. We will keep like split virtual disk into multiple files. So splitting the disk makes it easier to move the virtual machine to another computer but may reduce performance with very large disks. So suppose you want to move this virtual machine to another machine, right? So it will use a VMDK file. So you can use it in like move it in chunks. However, suppose a 60 gigs file is installed on your uh, if you select this option, store virtual disk as a single file. So a single file will become large and it will start like when you want to move it. Sorry, there are too many distractions. Okay. Okay, I'll start it over. So if you select this option, store virtual disk as a single file, the file will grow up to 60 gigs. Now, suppose you want to move it to another machine. So you'll have to move complete 60 gigabytes to different machine. If you split the virtual disk into multiple files, you do not need to move all the files at once. You can use small chunks and you can move the files. This is the name of Windows 10 VMDK extension. We'll click next. Now customize hardware. We do not need to customize the hardware, and we'll click finish. So it is now creating a disk. Let us see what happens, because this is a direct installation we are doing and it will throw an error. So we'll see what the error is. Okay, why is it taking a long time to create a disk? Okay, now it has created the virtual disk. You have given the ISO file, and I'm waiting for the error. It timed out. Okay, it will time out. I'll tell you why. If you restart this guest, as soon as you see boot from CD DVD, immediately click and press any key on your keyboard. So now it is loading up the installation, and it gave you the option. So no error. We did not get any error this time. Maybe because we have installed downloaded the ISO. Okay. So I don't have a product key you need to mention because this is for testing purpose. So Windows 10 Pro, we'll click next, and then it is all next. I accept license terms. Next, custom install. Then it will show your 60 gigs of disk space. You need to select it and click next. So we did not get that error message because we have downloaded the ISO file from Microsoft site. Let me show you the error if it is not downloaded from Microsoft site. Let me see. If you do a typical recommended and installer disk downloads ISO browse, and we'll go to D drive where I have my operating systems Windows 10 ISO. If I open it, I click next. Let me try. I'll not change anything, just click next, finish. It is creating a disk. I'll delete it later just to show you the error messages started backing up on my OneDrive as well. That will take almost too much space on my OneDrive. That is the reason I want to. So I'll show you if This activity I cannot show because it is running on a second machine. And close it. So now it will start booting from DVD. This is just to show you the error message. Might be we don't get the error message. Okay, so this one installation will resume this installation. It is copying files. This installation is stuck. Second installation we just started for testing purpose. This is the installation, main installation. So we'll go with it. Meanwhile, when it is done loading, we'll see if it throws an error message or not. So it is 90. Okay, there was a kind of power cut in during the recording. However, the last part we have resumed, but it is interesting that we see one error that will come across that he will also come across, and it is a good idea to show you that error message. So let us see that error and how do we fix it. So the power, while it was installing Windows, there was a power cut and my desktop turned off. So let us see. When I power, now I want to power. This virtual machine was created, however, the installation was in between, right? And the disruption happened. So let us create power on this virtual machine. So this is the error from VMware Workstation. The process cannot access the file because another process has logged a portion of the file. Cannot open virtual disks, multiple disks, module disk power on fail to start the virtual machine. So I will make this note in my notepad, which I will put in the description. So this will also help you. Error. This is the error. The process cannot access log the portion of a file. How to fix it? Now we'll click OK here. We understand this error. Now how do we fix it? So where we stored this virtual machine is my D drive, this PC, and I'll go D drive and I'll see virtual machines and Windows 10 V2, you remember, and you will find there are folders with LCK, right? LCK. So if you check this file LCK, so if you check this LCK is the lock that was put on the machine. Okay, so wherever you see this LCK, you just simply go ahead and delete it. LCK, delete this and delete this. So we have deleted all the LCK files, and now we will turn on our virtual machine. So we'll go here and power on this virtual machine. So now the installation starts. Once, because it was stuck between the installation, right? That is the reason it is starting the installation right from the beginning. So the one error we got, like you'll get this error, then you'll not be able to get through it because now we have deleted the LCK file and it is starting the installation. The error message that I discussed about, we did not see that error because I think It is the correct ISO file that we have used, not downloaded from any other location or any other place, but the correct installation was done. So let it complete the installation again. This video will be long, don't right? So you see, okay, all right. So I'll show you here as well how to do a fresh installation. Okay, so then you need to maybe you need to it. Okay, so it says MSR reserved partition 3. Okay, let us do one thing. It has already copied the files. Okay, now we'll not go through installation. This is going to be a messed up video. We will remove device and CD DVD will disconnect, right? And let us restart this and let us see what happens. So it is trying to find the boot. No media. Okay, there is no media, right? I don't think we are going right. Okay, so let us start our Windows installation and we'll go to VM and removable devices CD DVD will connect, which is our ISO file. So maybe power off. Okay, leave this as well. Okay, this is our Windows 10 installation and we will power on this virtual machine. It will again load from the CD DVD. Sorry, there was a power cut and I had to restart the installation. So but we fixed one more issue, which is it was locked. It will give you an error like we could not load the process, cannot access the file because another process has logged a portion of the file. So the resolution I'll mention is go to the virtual machine installation folder and delete all LCK extension files or folders. So it creates a lock every point of time. So we'll go next, install default, and now we need to select your, I don't have a product key. Okay, and Windows 10 Pro, and I accept the license terms again. Custom install. You see these partitions you can delete now. Delete it because they are not good. 95 system reserved. These are all. So now you get complete 60 gigs. Click next, and now it will start installation, copying files and everything. However, I want to show you one more process. Maybe I'll cover that up in next video if you do not have the correct ISO file. This video is I think this video is now messed up, right? But if you go through the videos, like this machine is turned off, how to remove a virtual machine. So you go to manage, delete from disk. I do not want it to be backed up by my OneDrive. That is why I am deleting it. So now I'll show, I cannot drag this window out. Settings, I don't know. This is my OneDrive. OneDrive. Now it is deleted. Understand NVRAM. It actually uses the resource on my OneDrive. Go track Windows 10. Someday I'll create a video on OneDrive and then I can show you how to manage OneDrive. However, it is 75% done. Okay, so let us see. All right, I don't want to mess up this video anymore. So next video will be same on Windows 10. However, we will use the custom settings in VMware Workstation. How do you add a DVD drive to a running session of in VMware? So yeah, it all messed up due to the power outage that happened suddenly. Come on. Okay, install updates. Restart now. I don't want you to wait longer. Now we'll reach out to the basic settings. This time, don't go starting getting devices ready 100%. Okay, think it is getting dressed up, getting ready for the party. Thankfully, Camtasia saved my last recording. It missed like some last points, but it recovered my old recording. You might get confused, right? But I don't want to waste this video. I'll upload it to YouTube. If you're watching it, you'll get to know the error, how to clear up the LCK file. Maybe I need to press Control S here so that it saves. Okay, it is all up. Just a moment. Yes, whatever location you choose. We'll skip. We do not want any other layout. Now it will connect. Just a moment. Just says just a moment. Some important setup to do. I don't know how much you will like this video. This all messed up, right? So if you feel like you don't like it, you can put it in comments. I'm ready for to get all your comments. Like, I know this video we have messed up. Now we'll discuss, once the installation is done, we'll discuss what these options are coming at the bottom. VMware Tools enables many features and mouse movement videos. VMware Tools is like nothing but the kind of, it configures all the drivers for your virtual machine. Currently you see a small screen, and once we install these tools, the VMware tools, it will load the graphics driver and keyboard and mouse driver, everything. So how would you like to set up? Now we need to set it up for personal use. We'll click next. Now you need to, if you see here, you need a Microsoft account. If you have a Microsoft account, you can actually put your, like, I'll put my Microsoft account, and it will load my desktop. However, everyone does not have a Microsoft account. So you click on offline account, and you see here, so you'll see next, right? You do not need to click on next, click on limited experience, and then I'll create the user account. Next, I'll create a password and click next. I'll confirm the password, click next. If you are trying to use this machine, and you have to select 3 questions like pet's name, then you need to answer anything. And second question, I'm putting it anything. I do not want to disclose my secrets. So you click next. Now it is loading. Okay, so these things will use resources on your machine. I recommend, if you want to keep these on, it is your wish. Otherwise, we'll just turn off everything and go next. Do not need to put this. You just click on skip, because you are using it for a lab machine. If you want like a full-fledged installation, then we can do it. Let's Cortana help you get things done. Not now. Cortana is again a resource taking application setup. So we are done with the installation. It is coming up. It is loading the windows now. Don't turn off your PC, okay? We won't turn off. So you will fix this small screen which is coming up. So I'll mention here as well another point. Installing VMware tools. So before, I'll mention it here, like before you install, you need to click inside the virtual machine to use mouse and keyboard to move to move out you need to press Control plus Alt. This you can understand. So how do we install? We will mention. Right, searching for display drivers and all, right? You just need to close it for now. We don't need to configure it now. All right, so now we will click on install tools. Install tools. So it says make sure that you are logged in to the guest operating system. If you do not see VMware tools installing, press Windows logo key plus R, then enter. Okay, this is what the message that VMware Workstation is giving you, right? So you just saw a pop-up here, searching for display drivers, and then it gave you a pop-up for CD-ROM. How do you want to use the CD-ROM? So just go here And if you go to this PC, you'll see this drive here. So you just need to double click on it. It's loading. You need to click yes. It is installing. Preparing VMware tools. Now you just click next. Typical next. Install. It is doing the installation. Okay. Now you see the Windows is like full screen. And you click on finish, it will ask you to restart. So we'll wait, and this message at the bottom, it went away. So I'll click no for now, just because I do not want to restart it. You have to restart. Tools, VM mouse, VMHGF requires system restart. Okay, we'll do a restart, but then you can use it like full screen mode. It is running as of in full screen mode, or cycle multiple monitors. If you do, now I see this virtual machine on my second monitor as well. Right, and then you click it on it again, it will come back to your monitor. So these are the options you can explore. So this was the installation. Windows 10, it is installed. You need to like cmd, let us see, cmd, and then use with IPs config, and this network is running. This is the IPv4 address. In other video we'll see how different virtual machines in your environment will ping each other, like how to set it up. So keep watching. If you like, you subscribe to my channel. I know this is a kind of mess video that I've created. Maybe you get confused as well, and I don't want that to happen. This is the one that I have. So this is the channel. Right, if you liked it, if it was successful for you, so you can go ahead and give me a like and subscribe, and do comment if you want any different like video, any other learning. Thank you and have a nice day.